You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriots. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. Podcast. I'm your host, Savon. You can find me at Minds.com, BitChute, Twitter, and Gab.com. Was importantly, like, share, and subscribe. On that note, guys, let's start this episode by revisiting an old friend of ours by the name of Jerry Epstein. And this article is going to... This article right here I'm going to share with you guys is going to describe his sick plan that he was about to do before he got arrested, right? Let me pull this article up. Let's just cut through the BS right now. Let's show you this article. It's very stupid and sick in my opinion, but let's read this article together. Just want to let you guys know, without you guys, this channel would not be possible. I'm just studying right there. All right. Epstein planned to seed human race with his DNA by impregnating scores of women in New Mexico. All right, let's read this. I mean, it's highly interesting, right? Jailed pedophile Jerry Epstein wanted to seed the human race with his DNA by impregnating scores of women at his giant ranch in New Mexico, according to the New York Times. Wow, this guy's really sick right at the moment. He's getting sicker and sicker. This egg-shaped penis guy. All right. He also wanted his penis and head cryogenically frozen. Oh, wow. This guy is so eccentric. Epstein shared his scheme with scientists and other confident over the year. According to 4 people who were on the plane, which reflected his long-standing fascination with what's become known as transhumanism. All right, if you guys don't know what transhumanism, I think is basically try to switch bodies, people switching bodies or something like that. Switching bodies, let's say that. Body snatchers or something like that. Science of improving the human population through technology with genetics engineering, artificial intelligence, according to report. That's what geoengineering is, like putting human consciousness into robots. On multiple occasions, starting in early 2000, Mr. Epstein told scientists and businessmen about his ambition to use his New Mexico ranches as a base where women would be inseminated with his sperm and would give birth to his baby, according to 2 award-winning scientists and the advisor of large companies and wealthy individuals whom Mr. Epstein told about, according to a report. Once at dinner, Mr. Epstein mansion in Manhattan, Upper East Side, Mr. Lanier said he talked to scientists who told him about Mr. Epstein's goal was to have 20 women at a time impregnated at his 33,000 square. Oh my God, 33,000 square. The number 33 just shine everything. Why is it 33 square? 30,000 square. Why is that? Why is the number? Why it have to be 33? That's a random number, isn't it? No, it's not a random number. It's a Masonic number. 33 is a very Masonic number, to let you guys know. Foot square of Zorro Ranch in the tiny town outside of Santa Fe. Mr. Lanier said the scientist identified himself as working at the NASA, but he did not remember her name. Wow, so she worked at NASA, did not remember her name. According to Mr. Lanier, the NASA scientist said Mr. Epstein based his idea for a baby ranch accounted for a repository and germinal choices, which was to be stocked with sperm of noble laureate, I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry, who wanted to straighten the human gene pool. Only one Nobel Prize winner has acknowledged contributing sperm to the respiratory discounted operation in 1999. Mr. Lanier was the virtual reality creator author, said he had an impression that Mr. Epstein was using a dinner party where some guests were attractive women with impressive academic credential to screen candidates to bear Mr. Epstein's children, New York Times. Wow, this is very sick. This is getting weirder by the moment. This guy, Jerry Epstein, we need him alive for this. If you guys aren't aware, this guy tried to kill himself a few times. I mean, not a few times, but attempted to kill himself. All right, Epstein, and now, oh my God, all things begin to unravel. All right, there's something rotten in Denmark. All right, Epstein charges in July sexual trafficking of a girl young as 14, was a prolific liar and manipulator, according to the Times, which noted that the serial illusionist lied about the client identities, his net worth, his financial power over personal achievement, all of an effort to worm his way into the upper echelon of society. Right? As the Time goes on to note, even after his 2008 conviction charges of soliciting prostitution from a minor, Epstein was able to ingranulate himself in the scientific community, attractive and glittering array of prominent scientists. They included Nobel Prize-winning physicist Murray Selman, who discovered the quark, theoretical physicist, the best-selling author Stephen Hawking, philanthropist, how do you pronounce that? Paleontologist, and evolutionist biologist Stephen Jay Gould, Oliver Sacks, the neurologist, best-selling author of George M. Church, a molecule engineer who had worked to identify genes that could be altered to create superior humans, in the MIT theoretical physicist Frank Witzak of Nobel Laureate, I guess. Laureate, how do you pronounce that word? I'm sorry. Laureate. Okay, well, let's move on. Scientists have regular parties at Epstein Manhattan Mansion, drinking Dom Perignon and other expensive libations, and wealthy financiers also hosted a buffet luncheon at Harvard program for evolutionary dramatic, to which he contributes $6.5 million in order to get it off the ground. Harvard cognitive psychologist Steven Pinkers said he was invited to the saloon of coffee, Sklatchits, whatever how you say that, at which Epstein would be hold court. While some of Mr. Pinker Peer hailed Mr. Epstein as a brilliant, Mr. Peer described him as an intellectual imposter, so he's a fake. He would abruptly change the subject, ADD style, dismiss a observation and a obedience, adolescence wisecrack, Mr. Pink said. Another scientist cultivated by Mr. Epstein's, Jaron Lanier, a prolific author who is a founding father of virtual reality, said that Mr. Epstein's idea did not amount to science and that they did not lend themselves to rigorous proof. Mr. Lanier said the Epsteins have once hypothesized that Adam behaved like investor in the marketplace. Mr. Lanier said that he had declined any funding from Mr. Epstein's and that he had met with him only once after Epstein's 2008 guilty plea. The one scientist who was aware of Epstein's genetic plans said that he was about it told about it at 2001 dinner with Epstein Townhouse, while another scientist recalled hearing about it in 2016 conference hosted by Epstein's St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, just a short distance from his famous Pedo Islands. Cryogenics. One transhumanism interviewed by Time note that Epstein have discussed his interesting cryogenics and preservation of human bodies via freezing in order to be revived in the future. Epstein said that he want his head and penis to be frozen. Wow, that is so sick. Some trust company of Epstein Virgin Island Corporation business disclosed a local filing that It was engaged in DNA analysis and called the Southern Trust, which sponsored the scientists and math fair for school children in Virgin Islands in 2014, were not returned. In 2001, a clarity establishment of Mr. Epstein gave $20,000 to a worldwide transhumanism association, which now operates under the name Humanity Plus. The group website said that its goal was to deeply influence the next generation of thinkers to envision a humanity in next step. Wow! So this shows what these occultic people are really into, right? What I've just read you, this basically their goal. This is what Epstein's are affiliated with. These are the type of people that are affiliated with Epstein's. This transhumanism. All right, I just proved it's just right there. That's his whole plan. That's also entangled with the Hollywood industry with their propaganda, what they're pushing in the movies, right? Transhumanism movies, they're pushing that. They're pushing AI, right? All these movies in Hollywood. So if you aren't aware, Jeff Epstein was affiliated with Hollywood as well. So this guy is a very sick and twisted guy. That's basically their agenda. This article just proves you that's their whole agenda. This guy who have a temple in his Virgin Island, St. Thomas Virgin Island, there's a temple. It's like it's like one of those. It's like one of those Jewish temples in Jerusalem. It have a dome on it, a golden dome that was blown up by Hurricane Maria, right? But yeah, this guy is very occultic. So basically, that's his whole intention. It was try and make a whole slew of him. Right, try to preserve his skull, body, and penis via transhumanism. Put himself into a robot. Talking to all these scientists. All right, if you don't believe me, just look at all the movies. The truth is in plain sight, guys. The truth is in plain sight. It's in Hollywood. It's in television shows. Westworld. What's another movie out there? Huh? All this other movie that have androids in it. Ghost in the Shells. What else? The Avengers Endgame. All right. What else? All this movie, I could name a bunch of it. I just can't think of it right now. But it's in there. You guys, you don't even need me to think for you guys. You already know what type of movies they're pushing this. All right. Jerry Epstein is a very sick guy right now. Transhumanism, and he wanted to impregnate 20 people and artificially inseminate 20 women. He had 20 women at the time impregnated in his 33 square foot. And 33, that's a Masonic number. So this guy have to tie with Masonic too. This is why we need him alive, guys. We cannot have him kill himself because he will expose a lot of people. He needs to be on suicide watch right now. All right? 24-hour surveillance. This guy's a very sick guy that have all these powers. But that's all I can say for Jerry Epstein. Let me know what you think. You think Jerry Epstein is very sick? You think he need help? You think what's your opinion on transhumanism? You think it's a reality? You think it's stupid? Let me know if you agree. Because I want to report on YouTube, don't want to monetize my channel because I'm unscripted and rehearsed and edit. That means I can say what I want without being bothered by any outside interference, right? If you like what I do, please like, share, and subscribe. Because when you like, share, and subscribe, it encourages me to make more videos. When I make more videos, I saturate YouTube algorithm. When the YouTube algorithm is saturated, it'll make my video more available to a more expansive audience. Within those audience, I might get them to think for themselves, because that's the point of this channel, to get people to think for themselves. They don't have to think the way I do, but think for yourself. Don't be a group thinker. Group thinking will get you killed. Group thinking is socialism, Marxism, communism, democratic, Black Lives Matter, Antifa. Those are group thinkers. They create policy that affects people's life for no reasons, right? They take people's rights away from them, take their livelihood, take their money. That's what these group thinkers do, and that's part of this channel. Don't be a group thinker. Because of that, I'm not taking any donation, because it's more of an incentive for me to get you to think for yourself. You don't have to think the way that I do. You don't have to agree with everything I do. At least for think for yourself. It's an incentive for me, because you're not affecting me, all right? But on that note, guys, let me know what you think. Leave your comment below. This is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. I know your time is very precious, and I try not to waste your time. Thanks for listening. My name is Stefan, and I'm signing out. Peace.